Okay, hello everybody. So today here with me, Zhou, founder and CEO of ByBit, and I'm pretty much sure that you, like everybody, already heard about this huge hack, which ByBit has a couple days ago. And so today we're here to discuss the most important questions. Ben, how are you? How are you, brother? I read everything. I think there was like a huge trouble for you. How do you feel?
Um, I feel okay now. It was crazy 4 or 5 days. Actually, 4 days in the past. It felt like 3 weeks.
I saw that you post your Whoop numbers that you had like almost zero stress. So what was it like? So you react really well, I think.
Yeah, I think it's because I know that I have many things I need to focus. So it's one thing after another, and as long as I know that what are my priorities and I work on it, I don't really get stressed. So I think that's the critical point. I think you get stressed when you know there's certain things needs to be done, but it's out of your control. So that's something you'll be stressed on. Yeah.
For sure. So I have a few questions. I wrote down some from my side, and I also asked my community about questions that they have. So let's go. Let's jump into this. And the first one is, so $1.5 billion is a significant amount. So I guess it's the biggest hack ever happened on cryptocurrency market. So tell me, please, how do you assess this damage? How big is this amount for Bybit? Because like Bybit is a quite big company, but what is $1.5 billion for you?
It's a lot of money for everyone.
But it depends on situation,
Yeah, it's an insane amount of cash. I think we're lucky in the way that the company has always been very prudent in how we run our budgeting, how we grow our team, how we spend our money. So we have always had a very strong finance. So when this happened, I think the first relief was that we're able to cover the loss, even without chasing back any money. That we can cover 100% with our own company asset.
You mean like you had your treasuries, yeah? What you made from the company profits? Uh-huh.
Yeah, yes. So, I mean, we've been operating for 6 years now. So, here and there, we've been accumulating asset as we grow, and so it's lucky. But again, it's yeah, I think that's the most fortunate thing is that at least we can guarantee that no client's assets are lost. I think that's
Mhm.
what clients really care about. Yeah, and that's our first top priority.
So we'll talk about it a bit later, but so there was like two parts. First one that's in news about the hack, and so you like tweet almost immediately, like in an hour, and you confirm that there was a hack, and so you lost $1.5 billion. And what usually happens in this situation, it's not about only about a cryptocurrency market, it's only also about a like bank industry. Yeah, when any like bad news comes to the market, people starting withdraw their money, and so immediately after all of this news, immediately after your post, people starting withdraw their money. And I saw that CZ advised you to freeze withdrawals, but you didn't do this. And from my side, I think that like there was a right decision because blocking withdrawals could have caused even more panic. Yeah. However, users still withdrew a significant amount of money of funds. So how will this impact Bybit's operation and future plans? Because I saw your Haken numbers, and I also follow the Defi Llama numbers, and I see so there was a transaction of 1.5 billion, and then I don't know, like $4-5 billion. That's there was the money that your clients withdraw. How this gonna impact your operations?
Um, yeah. So first, let's talk about the bank. So this is the biggest heist in the history of mankind in any type of environment. The second largest compared to our hack, it was a Iran bank in 2003. They got hacked or stolen 1 billion. So we're not only talking about crypto, but I think what makes crypto interesting and attractive is that number one, all the exchange after FTX adopted one-to-one asset ratio. Uh,
Yes.
every single money you deposit is always there, and we're not allowed to touch it. And this is not the same for the banks. The banks, maybe if you're lucky, you have 10-15% cash to reserve ratio. So
Because the rest of the money you have to invest to the different assets. Yeah.
That's how the bank works, but that's not how crypto works. And I think essentially it's because of this, we are not scared of a bank run. We're not scared of client withdrawal. So from my perspective, there's no reason to stop withdrawal, and clients can withdraw because that's gives them the ultimate confidence. And once they see the money in their own wallet, they feel safe, right? So we want to make sure that our clients feel safe, and we want to make sure that to ensure them that they can get their money back anytime they want with ByBit, even during this crisis time. And so that eventually when we are okay, they feel more comfortable coming back. And this is actually what we're seeing even today. Yesterday is that the liquidity is back and the clients coming back. What's even more interesting is if you look at the ByBit spot market, our liquidity is very strong now because a lot of institutions really trusted ByBit even now, more now. So they want to give us more support. So I think that's the silver lining out of all these bad incidents.
Yeah. So you talk about FTX. Some people trying to compare this ant accident with an FTX accident. And so as I understand right, so there was completely different situation because in that case, so they lost some money, but they didn't have this one-to-one back of clients' money. Yeah. And that was a problem because they invested clients' money to different assets and to different like scams. Yeah.
They give it to Alameda, which is trading firm.
Yes.
So as long as the exchange really practice one-to-one, you don't need to worry about any bank runs. You don't worry about withdrawal issues and things like that.
So what was the percentage of money you had to withdraw to your clients? Like what was it, like 50, 70%?
No, I think we saw around 50% of cash and reserves leaving ByBit. And then that was during that first 12 hour. But after 24 hour, we start to see coming back. Now we're about 70 to 80% of where we were. So not that bad. And actually to think about it, it's only been 3-4 days. It's almost like a dream that it's insane that we experienced this and now clients are coming back, they're actively trading. So I think really thanks to the trust that the clients have.
Yeah. So actually what I was talking like to my community, so if we talk about crypto, there's a point that any exchange, doesn't matter how big is this, one day gonna have any type of accident, hack or any other. And so in case that you have this already, yeah, that means that so you're not on the line next, yeah. So somebody has in another exchange, you're gonna have it because like statistically you already had this.
Yeah. One more thing I want to mention is that we're still waiting for the forensic report, which I think will be coming out by end of the week. A full report on what happened, how did the hacker penetrate. It's not conclusive that we got hacked. So I want to make it out there that we're still looking because essentially we use a cold wallet solution. And the security team, we hired multiple security team. It's still looking, trying to find out what exactly happened. It could be multiple reasons. It could be our side. It could be their side. So I think this will give the conclusion of that is very important. And also it will restore a lot of people trust, whether to ByBit or to the provider. So I think we're all waiting for that report and I'm really looking forward to that as well.
Just let's get back for one step. Just make sure, even if like 99% of your clients gonna withdraw money, so you can cover this. Yeah, this is not the biggest problem could be. Yeah.
No, it's not 99%, 100%.
Like so I'm okay 100%. I mean, so I can imagine I cannot imagine the case now when like 100% of people are gonna withdraw their money. So even if it's 100% of clients, so you are ready to cover it just in case.
100%. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So I think that's really good to hear. To hear.
And I don't think you should believe in the words. We've already proven it over the weekend. Anyone who believed we got hacked was able to withdraw their money, and all of the withdrawal was completed within 12 hours. So I think this ultimate proves that we have nothing to hide. And I know some people say, oh, the proof of reserve, is it legitimate? Is it audited? But the ultimate is we've experienced a bank run, and we were okay. I think FTX got to maybe 20 to 30%. That's when they start to collapse. We got 50%, and we're completely here. We're here today still. So I think that's the ultimate test, and we kind of passed it.
You're just diving into the crypto world, or you're already deep in it. Remember that the most important thing is to work with high quality and reliable exchanges. My team and I trade and buy crypto on the ByBit exchange. Compared to all other exchanges, it has the most user-friendly interface and the fastest technical support with no real downsides or pitfalls. And right now you can get a bonus of up to $30,000 on your first deposit when signing up on ByBit. To get it, follow the link in the video description right now or use the 24676 promo code when signing up on the exchange. Trade with pleasure.
Yeah, that's right. So, but anyways, so you have like 1.5 billion minus, and ByBit raised funds to cover the losses. But how will this affect its futures? This is one of the most popular questions in my comments on YouTube. So the question is, could it turn out that ByBit simply postponed the problem by increasing its debt burden? So what happens just in case if the market suddenly changed and the loan becomes unmanageable? For example, I don't know, if you raise some Ethereum, what's gonna be if Ethereum doubles in prices? So could you tell more about this?
No, it's a good question. Yeah. So we've managed to fill all the gap and close the gap of Ethereum as of yesterday. Out of all the Ethereum we gathered, which is the same amount we lost, 400,000. Only about 100,000 is borrowed with collateral, meaning that nobody's gonna give you money for free. So we borrow it, we give them Bitcoin or stable coin, and then they give us the Ethereum. So we already finished purchasing 300,000, around 300,000 Ethereum. And as of today, we're already returning the loans. If you go to Twitter, you can see multiple transactions of ByBit conducted returning the loans. So we're expecting all the loans to be fully repaid by this week. So clients don't need to worry about the loan to asset ratio and things like that, because we're buying it back already.
Yeah. So it's like kind of short-term loans, yeah, just to cover this in this moment.
Yeah, we had short-term loans about 20-25% of the Ethereum we've currently have. And all of that is through collateral. So we need to give like stable coins and Bitcoins to get these Ethereum. We're now swapping them out. We're buying more, and then we're giving the loan back.
But in this question, I think people asking so you lost 1.5 billion. So you had this in treasuries, but you had it, you kept this money for some reason. Yeah. You were going to spend it, I don't know, on your investment, on marketing. Yeah, or anything else.
Stable coin. Majority of them are in stable coin. Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. But so even let me ask you one more time. So you lost this money, and I guess that this money that you have in your treasuries, you were going to spend on something else, and you are now not able to do this. What was this thing for why you were keeping this money on your on treasuries?
No. So we don't have plan to always spend the treasury. It's not practice to keep a treasury to maintain for the operation of the company. Obviously, we had plans and to look into big M&As, mergers and acquisitions of other licensed entities and various plans. But I think for the big items, the big ticket item, it will have to be postponed. But then we didn't have plan to spend all of the 1.5 billion in the so it was just sitting there as a reserve. in case things like this happens, in case any we don't know, maybe not even about hacking, maybe some other issues of the company might happen. You need cash to do many things. So it was a practice of the company to keep a healthy level of treasury.
Yeah. But let's say, so what is the worst case scenario for the future? Like, let's imagine the absolute worst case outcome. What would happen in that case? I mean, so on a distance like 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, something like that. Because like, I just, let me remind you. So even like people still comparing ByBit case with an FTX, and they remember this scenario that they lost some money, and all of this bankruptcy happened not just immediately, but after the period. Yeah, after like 3 weeks or after a month. So like, what is the worst case scenario for the future on ByBit, like with this case?
I think we already passed the worst consequence, which is clients losing trust, clients deep ByBit, because clients might think that ByBit is going to be bankrupt because of the hack. It's a huge amount. And I think we already solved the most critical time. The most critical time has passed. Now, our clients are restoring trust. They've seen how we handle it, and they know that the gap is filled. They know that we are back to one-to-one. I think the next challenge is just how to continue to win back the clients who still is on the fence. We understand there's still a lot of clients not sure if ByBit is still okay. So I think given some more time, they will see we're completely fine, and they will come back. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I saw that you're also trying to chase this money that have been stolen. Yeah, so you communicate with the different exchanges, wallets, like mixtures, and all of this. And I also saw that you returned some Montal tokens. Yeah, but what do you think about the rest? So I talked to many people from the ByBit team as well, and so we also discussed like Ethereum rollback. And from my side, I understand how the blockchain works, and I also talked to the Ethereum Foundation, and it looks like almost impossible. Yeah, like too complicated. What do you think? Is there any scenario that you can return any of funds that was stolen?
This is something we're gonna do. We're gonna help the industry. We are the biggest victim, but we also noticed some problems with the industry. Is that it's quite easy to trace the money of the hacker through chain analysis. Anyone can do it. But what's the problem is we don't have a transparency on who is letting the North Korean laundering their money.
Yeah.
Okay. So they got 1.5 billion. And I don't think now it's not a matter of ByBit getting money back. What's more important is you have a North Korean group that have access to 1.5 million that can be used for nuclear arsenals, for many illegal stuff. And this is banned globally. So whoever is helping them laundering this money, it should be held accountable and should be known. But right now, nobody knows, because the money has been split into so many small chunks, and nobody can keep a record of everything. So we're building a website, and this website is going to be able to track every single fund that reaches to a final destination. What we define as a final destination is the untraceable destination, such as the exchange, a mixer, a bridge. As long as we lose visibility of the money, then there is a clock, and also there is a transaction number and total amount on this final destination. Either this final destination have to tell us where the money went, freeze the money, or do nothing. So when you are do nothing, the amount will accumulate and the clock will keep ticking. And with this dashboard, we already contacted FBI and Global Interpol. They will also help us to look into this dashboard. It will have a ranking. So if you are an exchange like ByBit, you don't want to be appear on that ranking, because it means you are not helping and you are letting the sanctioned individuals launder money through your site. So, and what's more important, we're inviting everyone in the blockchain, in the community, to help us to become a bounty hunter. So what you do is you register, you submit, you find some money, let's say 100,000 went into an exchange, let's say ByBit. You can submit, the moment you submit, it's sent to ByBit and the clock is ticking. So if ByBit end up freezing that amount, you get a bounty. So we're doing a website like this, and hopefully it will be launched by tonight. Once we launch it, we will call all the community to help us to promote this website and to catch the bad guys. Yeah.
So this is more about not returning the money. It's more about improving the whole crypto ecosystem, yeah, to chasing this stolen money and to make less reason for hackers trying to steal money, yeah?
Yeah, and so in the future, any victim can come here and launch their bounty program, and then everyone will help them to try to find where the money went, and then who is not helping, who's helping. Yeah.
Gotcha. So we'll share for sure. Let's talk about lessons. So what lessons have you learned from the incident? Does ByBit plan to change its strategy for strong crypto assets in terms of security? And the other question people asking, like, why there was 1.5 billion on one wallet? Why didn't you diversify that amount with the small chunks? Like, I don't know, like 50, 100 millions. Like, why you didn't do this with the small chunks?
No, I think these are all valid questions. Yes. So I think the first thing is we could do more divisions of the wallet, not putting, all your egg in one bucket, as people say, right? And that is correct. But the more wallet you have, the more challenging it is to maintain all of them, because every one of them needs to go through security protocols. But that's not an excuse. We should have break the buckets. That's number one, and I agree. Number two is we did rely on a third-party solution for the core cold wallet, which we're now looking to develop our own and to make sure that we have full control over what happened. I'm not pointing fingers to anyone, but when you rely on a third party, you kind of become, because you're not owning it, you are not that vigilant. And for example, ByBit system have never been hacked, even up until today. Like our hot wallet, because we're so vigilant, we have teams looking into it every day, making sure they're safe. But the moment you are using a third party, you kind of forget about it, and you're like, okay, it's everyone uses this thing called safe, and it should be secure. But because of that, you're passing your own responsibility to other people, and you're like your fate be controlled by other people, which is not right. I think we're going to change that. And I think, of course, periodic review of the security measurement, get the latest update. I think these are all the things that we're going to do moving forward. But again, we want to see the forensic report to see exactly where went wrong, and so we can even develop a better system on top of that.
So, yeah, this is going to be really, really interesting, because I don't really understand how exactly did the hack happen. Yeah. So like, what interface did the hackers access and how did they alter the display data? So as I understand, you use a safe wallet. Yeah. So this is multi-sign, like one of the biggest Ethereum wallets. Yes.
So we've done our forensic report on our side that the security team did not find anything that we have been compromised on our laptop, on our browser. So they're extending the search. There's certain information that I know now, but I cannot disclose. But I think it will be public very soon. So I think then the world will know. But I will guarantee you the world will know what exactly happened and what we should move forward on that. Yeah.
Okay, so looking forward to see this report, because it's quite interesting. Actually, I'm following them on Twitter, and I saw a couple same cases like just a couple months ago, actually. and I saw that some big companies posted that they had the same kind of same hack attacks, and they lost their money at the moment. Then, like the people signed this transaction, because on their screen they saw one transaction, but on the back end there was another one, and so they signed another one. So that's a big deal. Why Safe didn't
No,
like?
That's exactly what happened. But again, I cannot say anything. I'm legally bound to not say anything till the report is fully out. But I think by the time this video is published, everyone will know what happened. That's all.
Okay. All right. One more question about your assets. So I'm monitoring DeFi Llama. I guess you know this service. So it shows like everything about everybody. And so, and seeing that inflow of funds to ByBit is currently very high, like one of the biggest compared to other exchanges, about 1.5 billion with the last 24 hours. So are users returning this amount of money? Is this users' money, or this is the money that you borrowed from the institutional and market makers and all of this? So what is this?
No. If we borrow money, you will see us sending money out, sending 100 million out, coming back with 100.
So it doesn't impact the
Well, nobody is gonna give you free money in those, especially when you're just being hacked. You lose all your credibilities, and only people will borrow your money when you give them equal, if not more, collateral. So in many of the cases, you have to give more collateral.
All right, I guess you get
1-2 ratio.
Okay. So you take money from your treasuries and like give them like to reserve. Okay. I understand it.
Whatever you see, it's clients and the institution coming back.
All right. And so how much do you actually have left? Because the reports from Falcon, which you post on Twitter, and DeFi Llama show absolutely different numbers. Like DeFi Llama shows that you have about 12 billion in assets, clean assets, and the Falcon says like about 203, something like this. What's the reality?
203? What do you mean 203?
2.5, something like this.
Yeah. 2.5?
Yeah. So the difference quite big, because DeFi Llama shows that you have about 12 billion in clean assets. Falcon says that you have about 2 billion. So 6 times.
No. We have definitely more than 2 billion.
Yeah.
Oh, I think Falcon, I'm not sure which part of the report you're looking at. So before we got hacked, we had about 20 billion over.
Oh, okay. So that means DeFi Llama shows the right.
DeFi Llama is more or less covered full, but I think the most accurate is Nansen, because continue to update the Nansen team, the latest wallet and everything. DeFi Llama, I think there might be a delay, but it should be quite accurate as well. Yeah. So I think, I think these are around the numbers.
Okay. So let's talk about clients. So for sure, for me, that situation shows that like you can cover all of this money. That I really loved how you and your team react. That you like started posting on Twitter what exactly happening right now, to make sure that everybody understand what's happening. Yeah, you wasn't trying to hide any kind of information. But anyways, what actions is ByBit taking or planning to take to restore trust in users' loyalty after such a massive hack?
I think number one is continue to do what we do, and be more vocal, meaning that I think I'm going to be more vocal during this period, letting people know that we're still around. And again, ByBit is always being transparent. Our Dubai office, our Netherlands office is always open. We have the crypto arc. We welcome our clients to come and see us and say hi. So I think gradually the trust will be restored by demonstrating to the community that we're here, we're still working, we're still making new product. And I think time will tell. And I feel like after an incident like this and how we handled it, only people will have more trust in ByBit. So I'm confident in that. Yeah.
And what about you? So what you are exactly working on right now? So what's your personal priority?
Well, number one is to launch the site I just described that can really help us to try trace and helping the industry to trace the stolen amount. Number two, I think is we're gonna so with the forensic report out, then we will know for sure what happened, where we need to improve, if it's our problem, if it's the vendor's problem, how can we help them to solve these issues, and how do we move forward as an industry? And then we are also working with the regulators, FBI, and all these guys are helping us. So I think there's many things to be done, and internally, we want to make sure that we tell our clients we're still here, everything is fine. So I think by talking to more of our partners like you, it will reestablish the trust.
Yeah, for sure. Got it. Thank you so much, mate. I wish you like all of the best. And so I was supporting you like for many, many years already. And I'm going to continue this. And so
I give you the biggest scared of on Friday night.
actually, so what I actually think that's when we're in crypto. So if you have money, so this is your responsibility, how you like worry about it. And so for sure, for me, any exchanges, so any exchange, ByBit as well. So this is for trading, for, I don't know, for buying for sure, like for some staking. But if you hold all of this money, all of your money at the same place, and it's not like your wallet, your personal wallet, which you can have on your device. So it's a centralized exchange. So it's just not the really good point. You should, if you worried about your money, you have to diversify. You have to worry about the security. You have to worry about everything. So I think this is the very good and big lesson to ByBit as well, to all the clients, to the industry. And we'll find out how to make this industry better and more secure. And it's gonna help everybody. Yeah, we were scared a little bit on Friday night. there was interesting evening for sure, because and me as a person, so I also hold a lot of money on ByBit as well. And so for sure, when I saw all of this news, I read like, what the fuck is going on, right? So, but then when I saw that you didn't freeze the withdrawals that you react like almost immediately, and you're starting posting what's going on, what you're gonna do right now. So I felt myself like, I don't know, sure, so that everything is gonna be fine. So hope is gonna be fine on a distance, and you're gonna go with the top 1 exchanges in the world, as I wish you always. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. I will post it as soon as it's possible. I think this information is going to be very, very useful for all of the clients and to all the Russian community.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Take care. See you. Bye.